Hi, good morning. It's Sunday the 8th of February and I'm up and raring to go as usual. I was going to make some jewellery this morning to catch up on what I've got, but I've just done a top coat on a couple of pieces with UV resin and I need to let them sit for a while before I transform them into the finished piece. So I thought I'd try, and I've got some tape here and I'm going to try to do some earrings. And got the box the right way around, it might help. So I had an awful lot, more than I anticipated, of these bezels arrive, all different shapes and sizes, some small, some large. And I'm going to make a selection of those, and I'm going to use a pre-mixed UV glitter, which I have used before to some good results, but the rest of the colour range arrived. I only had the greens colour range, and the rest of the diamond glitter UV arrived from China. They're about $5.95 a pack. I'll see if I can show you one just now. I've just realised I've not got any out at the moment, but they should be in this handy box. Yeah, there we go. So I'll just get those two out. I might just work with the reds and the yellows. So it's called Diamond Dust UV Resin. It's a 3 ml bottle. You get 6 bottles in the pack for about £6. I've no idea how long they'll last. I'm guessing not particularly long. So I'm going to use my tape, which I've put down somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh well, I'll find it in a second. It can't have gone fine. Oh, I'm holding it. So I'm going to put some tape out and put some of these, a selection of these bezels out, and then we're going to have a go at filling them and see how they go. Okay, so I've come back. Not long, that didn't take, sort of 5 minutes to get them out, and I'd already got the bezels out. So I found my colours that I want to use, and I've opened them all, and I'm keeping the top safe and hoping they don't go all over the floor, otherwise I'm crawling around looking for them. And I'm going to start with those hearts at the top there. And I want them to be quite bold. I think I'm going to make 2 pairs the same. I don't normally do that. I like to have unique pieces. I do need some gloves, which I've handily got next to me. Always wear gloves. It's not just keeping it off your skin, it's keeping the sticky away from other things, because you can wipe the gloves with the baby wipes as you're going along. So hopefully this will be quite fun today. Okay, so I'm going to go, it's a heart shape, so I'm going to go with some red. I'll just agitate that a little bit. I can't see that it's going to make much difference, but let's give it a squeeze and see if it comes out. Hoping it's going to come out quite slowly. Yeah, so there we go, that's coming out quite slowly. It's a bit more translucent than I thought. I'll show you in a second when I just filled the heart, the middle bit. Okay, so that was easy. And if you don't have to mix up colours, obviously you're saving a bit of time, and it's just a bit cleaner and easier on the tidying up situation. So I'm going to do all of these hearts in red in the middle. So I have used this UV resin before to make some earrings, which were green tones, and they did come out well, and it was quite easy to do. So just give it a squeeze. That's that. Not too much, don't go mad with it. These are actually 10 ml bottles. The bottles that I previously encountered were smaller than that, so these are better value. And again, this is just available on Temu. So So you have to wait about 9 or 10 days to get that delivered to you for the UK. I'm not sure about other countries. Let's just put a little bit more in there. Yeah, that looks like it's settled there. So I think I want, I'm going to put some purple in, but what I'm going to do with this, with the bottom of the bezel, the top bit of this edge is a bit thin. I'm going to need to get in there with a stick or something. So I'm just going to add the resin at the bottom. Again, give it a bit of a shake. So let's add that, and then I'm going to move it up through the bezel, taking care. Okay, and then I'll add a little bit more at the bottom. Again, just move it up. See where it wants to sit inside. So let's see, let's get the emergency baby wipe and just tidy that up, because we've got a bit of leakage there in the purple. Right, so that one's gone. These are all going to be earrings. Like I say, I'm going to do 2 pairs the same, see how they go. I'll come back after I filled those and we'll have a look at doing some of these other ones, maybe that one there. I've decided there is 3 of those in the pack. They come for about £1.20, and I think I'll make that one into a necklace and then see about the earrings afterwards, but not necessarily a matching set. I think it'd be quite overwhelming to wear 3 of those at once. And I'll just do the I might not get round to these ones. They look a bit tricky to do, but they might not be. If I can think of a nice pattern, I'll do it, but if not, I'll leave it. Yeah, those bezels, they come, sometimes it's 3 and that's £1, it's a pound and a little bit, or you can get 10 for £1.80, something like that. They're not overly, I've gone a bit mad ordering them, but I did want to order a lot all in one go, for space saving reasons on the delivery. So I'll carry on doing this. I'll put my radio back on. Classic FM. See you later. So I'm just setting those under the lamp. I'm going to give them about 90 seconds on one side and then I'm going to turn them over. Just gives me a think about what I want to do with this pendant. I have got some champagne gold colour, which is a light gold, and some pink. And obviously the bezel is a bronzy gold colour. So I'm thinking that might go well in that particular bezel. I don't want to overload it with colour. I might in fact leave some of the apertures as wire. That'll be something different that I haven't done before, to see what the overall effect is of that. Okay, so they've set now. I had to top one of them up. It had gone thin as it set and made a little hole. So I managed to rescue that before it got any worse. I'm going to do this pendant now, which I've decided to do as a pendant. And I do have some rose gold chains, 30 inch, 70 centimetres, which I think it'll go nicely on. It might go better on a bib chain, but we'll see when it's finished. So I'm going to do I think I'll do the outer petals, if it will come out. Get my pin. Yeah, these bottles, you just open them by inserting a pin down the end. Careful though, because it can blob out on you. So I'm just going to leave that top section I'm guessing that the champagne gold is going to be quite a light colour. Alright, okay. I'll just pop that in. Let me just take some of that to the edges. So this is minimal fuss with the UV resin. You're sort of limited with what you can dye these with. They don't really like alcohol inks. They're not fond of epoxy resin pigment either. Mica powder they seem to be okay with, but it takes longer to set them if you use the mica. This is really difficult to get out, but at least it is coming out quite slowly. Okay, oops. So, just hold that down as I move that. I'm going to need a little bit more on that, otherwise it's not going to be thick enough. Don't know why this one is so tricky to squeeze. Maybe as more of it comes out, it'll even up a bit. Right, so let me do this, carry on, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've got the resin in there. I'll just make sure it's to the edges okay. Just using this little tool. And I'm just pondering what to do with the rest of it. I'm thinking actually I might do it in a bolder colour for the contrast. I think I'll leave the top two sections there blank so it looks like it's falling off, but I've got a violet purple colour that I'm keen to have a look at, so while we're in an experimental phase I think I'll just press this one go and see how it goes. Only it's not coming out. It's just because I was in a hurry to open them and I don't think I checked that they were actually open. Okay, that one's come out. Okay, this isn't quite as dense in colour as I was expecting it to be. I thought it would be a darker colour. Just going to spread that over into the next bit. I've blobbed it a little bit. Let's get that. Yeah, this is quite a delicate operation, I would say. Just try not to get what I'm doing, which is stuff into the next bezel. I'm just going to try and apply it to the end of this to stroke it in to that one, because that one's quite thin. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, I think that's a acceptable pattern. Obviously I was thinking all along that this was an earring, and of course I decided it wasn't an earring, it was a pendant. So that's done quite well, I think. I'm quite happy with that. I thought the colours would be more like the diamond glitter other stuff that I've got, a pigment, which I've only used once and it just sank in the... I think I need to use it more in the, what would you call it? Not in the Petri pieces, unless you want that effect. So I'm going to carry on my own now and let you go off and go, oh, look how many different bezels you can get. So just search bezels for jewellery making, and like you can narrow it down and say earrings, and you'll get tons, literally tons. You can get quite a lot for £10, £10 or £15. Okay, have a great day. Bye, this is Resin Mouse. And if anyone ever wants to buy anything, I'm on eBay. Seller, Resin Mouse. Okay. Okay, so I forgot to show you the end bit. So there's the rest. I just filled those oval ones, or the teardrop shaped ones. I'm going to have to put a little bit more resin in here before I set it, just to even out the colour. But that was it.